that sets up a theme of everybody cooperating.
Oh yeah,
working together.
Collaboration is big.
You've got a lot of city employees, department heads that are waking up today wondering, will they be a part of your team? I know you want a new CAO, probably a new city attorney. What about other city department heads?
Yeah. So again, we're really early in the transition process, and we're making sure we build the strongest team. So in some departments, we're very much going to open it up to internal promotion for some people, and also give some department heads an opportunity to interview. I told everybody before, like, we're not, I'm not promising to do a clean sweep. We're going to make sure that we get the right people in while maintaining institutional knowledge and have the strongest team possible.
What is your message to department heads this morning? You're going to call them in when you take office. Are you going to ask for their resignations? Are you going to ask for them, or are you going to hand them pink slips? What is your plan? Do you know yet?
So my message to them this morning is to continue to work as hard as possible for the city of Shreveport. Again, we're really early in the process, and I'll be speaking with each of them, about their jobs and about what they've done for the city. And, like I said, I'll have the strongest people on my team. So everybody will get an opportunity outside of those certain positions that we're already looking forward to, that we know are critical in going forward.
Swearing in is about 3 weeks away on the 29th, I guess. That's not much time, it seems to me.
No, and I got to point this out. The city of Shreveport is interesting because we don't have transition procedures or documents. So we're building that kind of institutional knowledge as we go along.
When you say documents, what does that mean? In other words, nobody hands you a schematic and says, here how stuff works?
No, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. So today we're doing our documentation request, our formal documentation request to the administration.
Do people get with the mayor's people, and do you get a walkthrough?
Yeah, there is no hard line procedures whatsoever. So not only are we working with a condensed timeline, keep in mind New Orleans had about 5 months of transition.
And you've got 3 weeks.
Yeah, we have 3 weeks. So we're working with a condensed timeline, and we're going to be building those transition procedures so that we can keep city government running smoothly, not just for my administrations, but the administrations to come.
I would think in this regard, military experience will help you greatly.
Yeah, and it does, which is surprised me. Even in the military, when I was commanding my smallest unit of a platoon, you have to have transition documents and procedures in place. It's called a left seat, right seat ride. So when I heard about a city with a $500 million budget and about 200,000 people not having that, it surprises. But we're going to put in the work. We're going to put in the work to get it done.
You said you would like Mayor Tyler just to remain engaged. She urged her supporters to work with you to unite our city.
Yes.
What has she told you? What have you guys talked about since Saturday? What's the plan? When are you guys meeting?
Yeah. So we haven't spoken yet. We reached out. We kept missing each other.
You have not spoken to her yet?
We have not spoken yet. She reached out. She told us on the news. She reached out. We haven't seen. We didn't see it, but we reached out to them as well. So we've been missing each other, but we are gonna speak with her as soon as we possibly can. I think it's very important. And as I said in my speech, the election's over. What's most important is for us to come together. It was her sentiments as well. So we're gonna. I'm confident we'll make good on that promise from both of our ends. So.
You'd like a sit down with her?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I have a lot to learn from her. Again, very grateful for her service to the city.
So it's Saturday night, and returns starting to come in, and the more that come in, it like 65, 35, 60. I think the final was 64, 36. And you're back in the room, the green room, if you will, with your family, friends, advisors, et al. But at some point, you had to have that first moment alone when you knew you had won. When you had that moment, when you're looking in the mirror, when everybody else is gone, when you're surrounded by nobody but you, was it a like, what have I done moment, or or somewhere in between?
Robert, I'm going to be completely frank right now. I have yet to have that moment. I've been completely focused on this transition and making sure I get this right. I think that's something that I've taken from the military too, not to really dwell on things, but just focus on what you have to execute in front of you. So maybe it'll come tomorrow or weeks ahead. I'm not sure. But as of now, no, I'm just as confident as I was before when I was telling the people of Shreveport what we can accomplish.
What are you most, I'll follow up on his question with this. What are you most concerned with regard to what you may lack in running a city? What is the skill set you're most concerned about that you're going to need the biggest help with?
Just the intricacies of city government, like the small details of city government, because I haven't worked in those positions. So managers don't necessarily have to have the, the people that run hospitals have MBAs. They aren't doctors. They don't know how to operate. So I'm one of the leaders where I do like to drill down a bit. So that's where my weaknesses are going to be, making sure that I learn and I can go a mile deep within the various departments of the city. And right now, like I said, I can go pretty deep in some departments, but I want to have that kind of universal knowledge to where if I spot a problem, I can go in myself and talk to the people and we can figure it out together.